Everybody, JC here from Toy News International, and I just wanted to throw this quick video together because last night Mattel released images for the final two figures in their ThunderCats Third Earth subscription service for 2016. So just in case you haven't really been following, Mattel is going to be doing new ThunderCat figures based on the classic TV series. These figures are going to be in scale with their Masters of the Universe classic figures, and they are being sculpted by the Four Horsemen. So the figures that they're going to be releasing in 2016 are Lion-O, which is going to be released through Mattel Collector, and that figure's release date is going to be September 2016. Then we're going to get Jackleman, one of the mutants, and he's going to be released on October 16th. And then Pumyra, which is going to be released on November 16th. And finally Panthro, which is going to be released on December 16th. Now that's the four figures, and then there is going to be a club exclusive figure. So the other figures you can buy, you don't have to subscribe. You can try and get them, pick them up on Mattel Collector the day they go on sale. But if you want to get the Mumm-Ra figure, and this is Mumm-Ra in his mummification form, and we've only seen basically a digital image of the figure, which was shown at San Diego Comic-Con last summer. We haven't seen the actual finished figure for that one yet. But that one's slated to be released in November of 2016, and again, you have to subscribe and get all the figures if you want to get that one. So the price on these, if you subscribe, is basically going to be $25 each plus shipping and handling. Now they do have an option where I believe you can basically get the figures all sent to you at the end of the year, where you're just paying one shipping and handling fee as opposed to paying each month for shipping and handling. But if you want the figures when they're actually released, then you'll have to pay shipping and handling for each figure. So there's those two options, and again, the figures are $25 each if you go that route. Now if you opt to just purchase the figures individually the day of they go on sale, then they're going to cost you $30 plus shipping and handling. So the price on that gets a little bit high, if you're going to try and go the individual route, but then at least you're not committed to all the figures if you don't want all the figures released this year. The downside is you also have to deal with, being online essentially as soon as they go on sale in case they sell out, which in the past with Mattel's Masters of the Universe Classics has been an issue, at least in the earlier days. So I just wanted to share this with you, give you a look. Basically, we saw Jackleman and Lion-O at San Diego Comic-Con, but this is our first time seeing Panthro and Pumyra. And I think they've done a pretty good job with these. Again, these are sculpted by the Four Horsemen. These, are probably prototype images still, so they could be subject to change before we see the final release. But again, I think they've done a pretty good job with these. So if you're a ThunderCats fan, I think, these are definitely worth checking out. The real question is, at least in my mind, is it worth subscribing to and dealing with the hassle of Mattel Collector, which, if you've dealt with their Masters of the Universe Classics, it can be a hassle sometimes. And already we've kind of gotten off to a rocky start. They posted different prices, and there was two other figures that were going to be released, and then they pulled that down quickly and then reposted it and things like that, and that went a couple times. So seems like a little bit miscommunication already going on. And then originally, I think they labeled the price as $30 each, and then they changed that to do $25 if you subscribe and $30, and been some issues with refunds on that as well. So again, you've got to kind of deal with the hassle of Digital River, the company that Mattel uses to process these, if you decide to try and get them. The other issue to me in my mind is how committed Mattel is actually going to be to this line, and will we see the actual team? We already saw Bandai a couple years ago release a couple classic ThunderCats, and then they bailed on the line, and so we only got two or three figures. So will Mattel stick with this long enough to give us all at least the original team members and maybe the original mutants? And that to me is the big question in my mind. They're obviously going to try and stretch it out because they don't want to release all the main ThunderCats right away, because then they figure the secondary characters won't sell as well. But the truth is, this line is a little bit different than Masters of the Universe Mattel doesn't own ThunderCats like they own Masters of the Universe, so there's licensing fees in play. So again, that's the big question in my mind. Will they actually stay committed to this and give us at least all the original team members? So I'd be interested to hear what you think. Do you like the look of these figures? Do you like that they're in scale with Masters of the Universe classics? Did you collect the original ThunderCats? I was never really a big ThunderCats toy collector. I watched the cartoon all the time as a kid, but I just never really collected the toys. Definitely interested in these, though. I think they look pretty good in my personal opinion. I think the Four Horsemen have done a pretty good job. And I like that they're in scale with Masters of the Universe, even though the two really don't have much of a connection. I do kind of like they're in scale with one another. So let me know, do you plan on subscribing? Do you plan on picking any of these up? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you later.